They united. So we're going to talk about them cats when we get back from the break. We got Heavy D music coming back. We'll talk about the great Heavy D. A lot to get into today in the next 3 hours of the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Stay right there.
Hey, what's up, sports fans? You're looking for a different type of sports talk show, something you haven't heard before? You gotta check out the BS3 Sports Show every other Saturday on 2 Live Stews Radio, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Sports talk at its finest. Always have great guests, playing some good hip-hop. You don't want to miss it. Make sure to tune in to the BS3 Sports Show every other Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern.
While you burning up, I feel the breeze up the freeway. Oh, Mary, baby, I asked her, could I hit? There was nothing she could say. Trust me, boo, I would never. Now, my Mary solitary confined. I find myself dealing with time. Now that she's dealing with time. Dealing with time. Yo. Now I'm in love with this girl, and I never really told her, but I swear she know it cause of the way that I hold her. Don't care that I'm out in the street stuck in the heat, cause she know the more I eat, then the more we meet, then the more I'm having sex with her. It's just the way she smells, her body aroma, I gotta be next to her. With money in my pockets, then I gotta be vexed with her. Mad when I can't touch, mad when I can't nut, but no matter what, that's my shorty. She been there before the yak, the cracks, the jacks in the 40s. Love the fact I'm on wax and they always recording me. She say she want me richer than Barry Gordy, always with other dudes, so she don't mind when I cheat. Just make sure I wrap it up when I'm tapping them freaks. We went from hours to days, from days to weeks. Now I'm in love with this broad till I'm eternally sleep. While you burning up, I feel the breeze up the freeway. Ooh, Mary, baby, I asked her, could I hit? There was nothing she could say. Trust me, baby, I would never. Then my Mary solitary confined. I find myself dealing with time. Now that she's dealing with time. Dealing with time. Ooh, Mary, baby, I need you. No matter how rough it get, I can never leave you. Our bond is real strong, like Freeway and Seagull. Even though just knowing you makes me illegal. And it ain't an age thing, dog, she older than me. She got some people calm, some colder than me. Got some people rich and others owing they peeps. And she real flammable, like oils and grease. Since I've been with her, dog, she done changed my life. Turned my lips the same color like white and rice. Let me know who is real and who real tripe. Can't front though, she done made me nice on the mic. It's like, the more I write, the more I recite, the more I spit. She keep dudes saying I'm tight. Broke up for 3 months.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. The great Heavy D. Rest in peace, Heavy.
There's just no way you can get enough of me. Yo, big star.
Hey, welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. The number to the show is 404-822-5467, man. If you're a greenhorn, if you're under the age of, like, I don't know, 30, man, go and look up Heavy D, man. And go and look up Heavy D, man, or go to YouTube, as a matter of fact, and check out Heavy D videos or whatever, man. This dude was so cool, light on his feet. Once again, even though he weighed close to 300 pounds probably, he was super, and I mean super light on his feet. Yeah, Dwight Arrington Myers, born May 24th, 1967. died once again, tragically, man, November 8th, 2011. You know what I'm going to do, man? Like, it just, flashed across my mind. Like, we have lost so many legendary rappers, man, like in the last 30 years. It's unbelievable. And I guess they always talk about how, you live this fast lifestyle, man, and you at the club every night, you out in the streets, and you doing things, man. You kind of increase your chances for something to happen or something to go wrong. You're not paying attention to your health. You on the run. You on the go. You eating a bunch of crap. You're doing a bunch of other things to self-medicate, if you know what I'm saying, man. And I'm not saying Heavy D did any drugs or anything like that, but I just thought about it, man, off the top of my head, like Heavy D, Biggie Smalls, Eazy-E, Proof. I'm going to look up and see, like, some of the prominent names that we've lost in hip-hop over the last 30 years, man. But Heavy D passed away November 8th, 2011. He was a Jamaican-born American rapper, record producer, singer, actor, and the former leader of Heavy D and the Boys. As a matter of fact, the other dude, one of the boys, I think Trouble T-Roy, one of them died. I don't want to kill off one of them, but there were two dancers that Heavy D always had, and one of them actually died in a tragic accident while they were performing. He fell off the stage and hit his head and broke his neck or something like that. I know it sounds morbid, and actually died. So 2 of the 3 Heavy D and the Boys are actually gone. But it's a hip-hop group which included dancers, background vocalist G Wiz, Glenn Parrish, Trouble T-Roy, which is Troy Dixon, and Eddie F., born Edward Farrell. The group mainland a sizable audience in the United States through most of the 90s. The 5 albums the group released were produced by Teddy Riley, Marley Marl, DJ Premier, and his cousin Pete Rock and Eddie F., man. Today, we are paying homage to the great Heavy D and the Boys. Why not? Why not? Yeah, Heavy D and the Boys. The sports, the big story everybody's talking about, and you are listening to the Doug Stewart Show on 2LiveStewsRadio.com. The big sports story, man, obviously last night, man, with the Cleveland Browns, a dozen Brown players took a knee in prayer during the national anthem before Monday night's preseason game against the New York Giants. Here's a quote. There's a lot of racial and social injustices in the world that are going on right now, rookie safety Jabril Peppers said after the Browns' second win in 2 preseason games. We just decided to take a knee and pray for the people who have been affected and just pray for the world in general. Player said linebacker Christian Kirksey led the prayer. We did it out of respect, Kirksey says. No disrespect for anyone. We just felt like it was the right time and the need to do it. Tight end Seth DeValve, who became the first known white NFL player to take a knee during the national anthem, said recent events in Charlottesville, Virginia, had a lot to do with the decision. But as DeValve said, it was also more involved because his wife, Erica, is African American. So, before I even go any further, man, I've been talking about this for the last couple of months and how I think some real discussion could occur and happen. And the narrative would change greatly to these ungrateful athletes and how dare they disrespect the flag and our American military and all of that, which is, for the most part, a bunch of hogwash, to really talking about the issues that have been going on in this country over the last couple of years, okay? And so shots out, and I've been talking about them uniting, and it wasn't the entire, black group of black players on the Cleveland Browns, but a significant amount, man. Shouts out to, and I got a list of the guys, Duke Johnson Jr., DeValve, the one white guy that also got on a knee, the first white guy in the NFL to do it thus far. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So Duke Johnson Jr., DeValve, Terrence McGee, Jabril Peppers, Calvin Pryor, cornerback Jamar Taylor, receivers Kenny Britt and Ricardo Lewis, linebackers Kirksey, Jamie Collins, running backs Isaiah Crowell from Georgia, Brandon Wiles, all participated, united last night. United you stand, divided you fall. Shouts out to all of those guys last night. They get it. They get it. Also, a couple guys stood nearby. Britton Colquitt, who's the punter for the team, cornerback Jason McCourty, quarterback Deshaun Kaiser, defensive tackle Trayvon Cooley, and offensive tackle Sean Coleman. You know what's interesting about this, man, is that Deshaun Kaiser and Jabril Peppers in particular, man, being rookies, are taking what many people are calling a risk. I don't understand why it's a risk just to speak out and want to bring discussion about social injustice in this country when you see ninjas getting shot in the back 8 times or 5 bullets hitting a guy in the back in Charleston, South Carolina, and Walter Scott. I don't understand that. We've been talking about that ad nauseum over the last couple of months. But these guys, in effect, what a lot of people are saying, are taking a risk. Shouts out to Jabril Peppers, who's a brother of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, man. And I'm telling you, this is one of the things that we preach in the fraternity, man, being unselfish. And this guy has exhibited this in his first couple of preseason games in the NFL. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to Deshaun Kaiser. Shouts out to all of these guys, man. And at the end of the day, that's what I think it's going to take. I think it's going to take a wide-scale protest. Whether it be getting on a knee, whether it be, everybody holding hands or embracing each other or whatever you see in a couple of different displays around the NFL, man. It can't be 1 or 2 guys. It can't be 10 guys. It can't be 25 guys. It needs to be a league-wide thing. Support your fellow union member in Colin Kaepernick. This guy doesn't have a job. That's another part that we're kind of forgetting about in this whole thing. One, Colin Kaepernick doesn't have a job. That's something else that I think when they talked about this last night, they didn't really mention Colin Kaepernick and the fact that they're giving support to him, that they feel like he's being blackballed. So that message is kind of getting lost. But I think the more pressing issue and the more pressing conversation is why Colin Kaepernick and why these players are getting on one knee is because they want to see some change. And they're acknowledging that there's been a bunch of bullshit going on in this country over the last couple of years where it concerns unarmed black men. And so, man, I got nothing but props for these guys. I wish it was a Monday. I'd give them a big-ass baller, but I'll give them a big-ass baller on a Tribute Tuesday to the Cleveland Browns players. Yeah, I'll give them a big shout out today, man. 404-822-5467 is the number to the show. 404-822-5467 is the number to the show. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. The easy way to be totally interactive, Joe, though, is just to jump in the chat on Spreaker.com. Create your little account, man, and throw a profile pic up there. It takes no more than a minute and join in on the fun. Speaking of which, when we get back from the break, I will get in the chat and read some of your thoughts and your comments about the Cleveland Browns and what they did last night. Do you think this is going to go on even more now? Do you think that these guys last night are going to compel, more players in the NFL to protest as well? I didn't read the paper this morning, or I didn't go on a sports website this morning and find out that Jabril Peppers and all these players that took the stand last night got cut. I didn't read that anywhere. They can't cut them all. They can't. They can't fire them all. Okay, the strength in numbers. They cannot fire them all. Shouts out to them guys, man. We get back from the break. I'll jump in the chat room. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
This is KC from the
Kicking It With KC show.
On the newly rebranded Tune Out Students Radio Network. We will continue to bring you the hottest, most interesting guests and commentary in the areas of social, politics, culture, music, and more. Continue to tune in.
Let's go, give it to you.
Okay. Y'all niggas done fucked up. Yeah. Y'all done fucked around. Let your boy Nitty get up in the dough. It's over. Guess what, niggas? I done brought my niggas with me. We gon' take this bitch over. Oh, we gon' represent this city like it's just motherfucking city. Fuck that. Got my right, nigga. ATL. Why State? Decatur, boy. You know my name. No, we gotta say it no more. What's up, nigga? Fuck y'all niggas.
Boy, stop. You the fakest I done seen in a while. In the beginning, it was daps and hugs.
plenty smiles. Now you done switched and changed the game. Jump ship, high